This is the only Yeeter army you're going to need in Clash of Clans. This is really strong. Shout out to Shock. He is actually the one who initially posted this. I started testing it out in friendly challenges. This is a really powerful army. Here's the equipments. Mine are pretty low level, like my Hog Puppet, low level, my Life Gems, underleveled. I've got a lot of underleveled equipment in this, and it is still absolutely dominating. You could even swag some of your hero abilities a lot of times with this attack. It is insane. So I'm going to have an army link down in the description if you guys want to copy this. And without further ado, we're going to hop into the first attack. All right, on to the first attack. All you're going to want to do, drop your Yeti on a non-defensive structure. And then when the Yeti mites start jumping towards the defense, you can clone them. There I got lucky because a Tesla popped and actually killed my Yeti. So I just waited for the Yeti to die and then cloned the Yeti mites. And you want to rage when you get in towards the TownHall. You don't always need to get the TownHall. As you'll see in some of these other attacks, I won't. If it's in the core, I am usually going for it with this Yeti bomb. But if it's out on the outskirts, usually I'm not. Usually I'm just trying to get into the core with the Yeti mites and take out as much value as possible. As you see there, we set up a massive funnel. Now I'm just dropping some baby dragons to clean up some stuff on the outside because the Yeeters do have really long range. So sometimes they'll wander off. As you'll see here, even with this funnel, they're going to wander off to that gold storage there, which really screws me up. They split. I think 2 of them go that way and 2 of them go with the main army. But after that, you're basically just spamming everything in, and then they can loop all the way around the base in one giant push. And they have so much range, they can reach over the walls really well. That's why if it's a core TownHall like this, I definitely like using the Yeti bomb to try to get the TownHall. So then you can just walk around. Look at this. We just got a path all the way around the outside of the base for all of our Yeeters to go. And look at this. Actually, 3 of our Yeeters went up top. So our army isn't even together. We literally only have 1 Yeeter with the main push now. It's basically just our heroes with the troop launcher, but it's not even going to matter. It's not even well executed, and just watch how easily this is just going to tear through this base. I didn't even execute it well, and it's still going to dominate. Our Yeeters are up here picking stuff off with the healers on them. They're staying alive. We've got some Valkyries from the clan castle. Just now pop our king ability. We didn't even need the king ability. Probably didn't need our RC ability either. Look at this. This base is just absolutely destroyed, even though we didn't even funnel properly and keep our stuff together. Did we even lose any troops? I mean, this is just ridiculously strong. I'm definitely going to take this into Legend League when the new day starts. I've already used all my attacks, so unfortunately I can't do any Legend League attacks right now. But tomorrow, expect a video of this in Legend League because this is insane. I'm going to hop into another attack. All right, into another attack. We got a different style base here. This is double poison towers. We're going to drop the Yeti down here. Just clone out in front of it to clone the Yeti mites as it's going for the ricochet cannon. And you see here, we're not going to go for the TownHall. We're just going into the core. We want to get that monolith. Trigger both the poison towers if possible. We're going to get that inferno tower. Hopefully at least get one of these fire spitters. That would be really nice. Our Yetis are kind of running all over the place just because there's so many defenses spread around on here. And I'm hoping I can get that fire spitter out. That would be really clutch. And we're actually not going to because the poison tower did slow us down so much. But we did trigger both of the poisons, which is really nice. We're going to use a baby dragon down here to kind of cut off that pathing a little bit. And another one over on the left just to start cleaning up. Just because there's so much trash up there and there's nothing to target them. I did use a couple of balloons to snipe out the one archer tower. And unfortunately it pulled the clan castle. So that was a bit of a mistake on my part. But everything else is going to come in from the bottom here. As you see here, we cut the funnel off a lot better this time. So all of our troops should actually stay together on this one and not wander around the outside. We're getting our wall breakers in. I was a little bit late on that, so my king and stuff's kind of walking around the outside. But again, since we cut so deep into the base with that Yeti bomb, and we have these Yeeters with the range, it's really not even going to matter. I don't even really care if they wander around the outside of the base. That's why I'm not even trying to funnel that much on this side. And look at this baby dragon over here putting in work. It's getting so much value. Troop launcher still throwing troops. Look at this. Everything's so much better grouped this time. Unfortunately, the ice golems did pull because those Yeeters walked over to the left. But it's not going to matter that much. We just got a couple Yeeters fighting them. Hopefully the queen will turn and help start taking out those ice golems. But everything else over on the right side, we still have tons of giants alive from our troop launcher. We have our Yetis alive that came out of the troop launcher. Our king's still alive. Honestly, should have probably saved that king ability. I was a little bit early on that. But it's not that big of a deal. Look at that baby dragon still over here clearing stuff out on the left side. It is putting in absolute work. I just sniped out that one archer tower with a couple of balloons, and that baby dragon got so much value. It probably destroyed like 10 buildings over there by itself. Look at these Yeeters with that insane ranged attack just completely shredding through the backside of this base. We're going to 2 times through this again, completely crushed. All of our yeeters are still alive. We still have 3 heroes up. Another dominating attack. That one was way better executed than the last one. We're going to hop into another one. And as you saw in that last one, this attack is really fast. You don't have to worry about time failing with this. These yeeters are fast. And you see here, I really screwed up there. I dropped my Yeti 1 tile too far to the right, so it actually targeted the bomb tower. So I kind of panicked there and dropped another clone. You want to make sure you don't completely nuke the attack, so I dropped it to make sure we got the Yeti mites cloned and then started going to the inside. So I didn't get very deep into the core in this one. So again, this is not going to be a very well executed attack. And nonetheless, it's still going to 3-star with no problems. That's why I want to show it to you guys. Even if you don't execute, if you're not that good of a player like me, it can still dominate. We're using our baby dragons down here, cutting off that pathing. Unfortunately, these storages might pull some yeeters again like it did on that one attack. But hopefully they don't go all the way down to the left now because our funnel's cut off a lot better this time. We wall break into that single inferno. I'm hoping they can just reach over, pick off these 2 storages real quick, and then join up with the main army. But the main army is getting pretty far ahead, so hopefully they don't wander. And it looks like they might go in, but they're targeting the ice golems. I can't really tell what's going to happen yet. We got a royal champion and our queen kind of up there by themselves. Not really sure what's going on there. But do I still have a wall break? No, I don't. But I think the troop launcher should wall break, and it does. But there we actually hit the king ability to open up the core. So we do actually get pretty good pathing here. Our queen and our royal champion kind of wandered off on their own, but that's no big deal because they're actually going to pick off the town hall. Well, the royal champion will pick off the town hall while the queen picked off the minion prince, and then everything else is in the core. And look at these healers just completely shredding through the backside of the space. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you have the sneezy, use the sneezy on the warden. I only have it level 1 and it's upgrading, so that's why I'm not using it. The sneezy is just there to spawn the buggers to protect your healers. As you see there, we lose healers to the mines. If you have your sneezy, that wouldn't happen because the buggers would have pulled those traps and would have protected your healers. So if you have that option, definitely do that. I just unfortunately don't have that option because my sneezy is only level 1 and I am upgrading it. So it's going to be a while before I can use it. But if you don't have it, you can use the diggy on the warden. It works well. That's what I like to use. And you see this base absolutely crushed again. All of our heroes basically are full health. All of our yeeters are still alive. Absolutely crushing attacks. So I'm going to hop into one more. On to the last attack, we have a double invis base, which is really annoying. I'm going to drop the Yeti down here, clone out in front of it, and then we're going to clone all the way into this core. We're not going to go for the town hall here, but look how juicy that core is with both fire spitters. We've got 2 scatter shots. There's a ricochet cannon down here. It's going to get a lot of value. It's going to also, once it takes out, it won't trigger the invis tower until they take out the invis tower. Obviously, when you destroy it, it's going to trigger it, which kind of sucks because we could have got the rest of that core, but it's not going to matter. That invis tower's gone now. We don't have to worry about it. We got one of the fire spitters down. I believe we got a scatter shot down. Got a lot of stuff destroyed there. I'm trying to think here on the fly. This was the first time I actually used this, so I wasn't really sure how to use the army. I should have used that baby dragon farther down to the south, but it's not going to matter. All I'm doing basically is just cutting off the trash defenses, and I should have waited probably until the baby dragon got that storage, but it did path really nicely, so it's not going to matter. I don't know what our troop launcher was doing there. It just shot way over to the left side. But our baby dragon does snipe out that storage, which is really nice. So now we have perfect pathing for our main army just to loop around the outside of this base now. We're going to end on the monolith, which is a little bit scary. But with this troop launcher spawning all these giants and stuff, it doesn't ever seem to be an issue. You just have so much stuff to distract. We're pushing through the core here. A lot of the heroes are grouped up right here. I think we got 2 heroes here and 2 heroes at the top. So I do drop a couple of headhunters in here to deal with that queen. Not like I really needed it because the yeeters were going to destroy her anyway. We hit our king ability there through the core. We're going to snipe out that fire spitter. Hopefully stuff targets that and doesn't all go right. We do get a couple things to split off, a yeti, a giant, as well as our king, it looks like. Fighting off the other enemy heroes. World champion pushing her on the right side of the base. We do finally finish off that core, so now we have that perfect ring just to loop around the outside of the base. We got our royal champion going off on her own. I am using the hog puppet on the royal champion, which is also a little bit under leveled. If you want to use the rocket spear, I mean, you probably could. You just got to pay attention to her to make sure you pop it at a good time when she's ranged to take out defenses so she doesn't wander too far ahead and then die before you even get your rocket spear shots off. That's the one problem with the rocket spear. With the hog puppet, you don't even have to pay attention to her. The ability will just pop, obviously, when she gets low. Look at that. We didn't even need our RC ability, really. But we pop it anyway. We got one yeeter down here stuck in a wall, not doing anything. But everything else, cleaning up the outside of the base. We just got some trash buildings left at this point. We'll 2 times through it. Got a bunch of Yeeters alive. They are stuck on walls, but our Royal Champion's still full health. Didn't even really need her ability. Another crushing attack. It wasn't as dominating as some of the other ones maybe, but it was still a comfortable 3-star. So like I said, I'm going to take this into Legend League today. So let me know in the comments what other armies you guys would like to see. I also want to know if you guys use this, how well it works for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.